Wow, you guys, we didn't know all of you were going to come. This is great. Welcome to our RHUMC Concert Committee concert featuring Miss Abigail Whitman and Ms. Althea Waits. And we want to welcome you to a wonderful evening tonight. And before I introduce our performers, I want to remind you of a few things. And of course, you know, muting the cell phone or turning it off. Our concert tonight will be under an hour, and there is no intermission. So there will be a reception for you after, as you go out and you drop your generous donation in the two collection plates, if you haven't already. You're going to go to our reception, and you get to chat up Abigail and Althea. There's no, as you know, there is no charge for tickets, and but we do accept donations which only go to the artist. And you know, she's this is unusual because she was my former student for many years. So this is a first for me to have. She was the most amazingly energetic and enthusiastic and just sure of herself from age 11, and I'm not kidding. So I taught her piano and voice from middle school to high school graduation. And I knew that she was going to more than fulfill her incredible drive and ambition to reach her dreams. So this is one of them right here. So I'm proud to tell you about all she's accomplished since high school. She graduated from Boston Conservatory with a Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance. She's a certified Alexander Technique teacher. She received her Master's in Fine Arts from the California Institute of the Arts, and she currently teaches Alexander Technique, piano, and voice at Cal Arts. She also performs around Los Angeles in choral groups with her duo Mystic Elevator, and in new premieres by up-and-coming composers. I think we have two of them here tonight. So, without further ado, let's welcome warmly, please, Abigail Whitman and Althea Waits.
But there will be no more tricks tonight. Maybe.
Veux, vivre dans ce rêve qui m'enivre ce jour encore dans ce flamme. Je te garde dans mon âme comme mon trésor. raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodle, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Jan gave me permission to be much less formal than I was trained in undergrad, so I'm allowed to talk to you all, which I'm very happy about. And I actually have a funny story for you about that song. My Favorite Things is one of the very first songs that I attempted to perform. Outside of this church, maybe. I tried to do it in second, third grade at a talent show, and I stood up there and I forgot every single word of the entire song. Something I had been singing for weeks at that point, but without a karaoke track, which is what I have learned from that experience, is you don't just practice with the words, you practice without the singer. Clearly, I'm sure my mom is delighted to watch me sing that without forgetting any of the words.
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how this world can seem so vast. On a journey to the past. Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide. I'll be safe and wanted finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. Home, love, family. There was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family. I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future. Things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last. ein Mann wie sie sollt besser das verstehen. Darum rate ich, ja genauer sich die Leute anzuziehen. Die Hand ist so vulgar, so fein, dies Füßchen so zierlich und klein. Die Sprache, die ist Führe, die Teile, die Tornure. Dergleichen finden Sie bei einer Zofe nie. Dergleichen finden Sie bei einer Zofe nie. Gestehen müssen Sie vorwahr, der komisch ist immer wahr. Ja, sie komisch ist die Sache, drum verzeihen Sie, wenn ich lache. Ja, sehr komisch ist die Sache. Sehr komisch, Herr Marquis, sind Sie. Mit dem Profil im Griechenstil beschenkte Magnaton. Wenn es dies Gesicht nun genug entspricht, so sehen Sie die Figur. Schauen durch die Lorgnen Sie dann sich diese Toilette nur rein. Mich scheinet, wo die Liebe der Schaubin Augen treibe. Der schöne so viel Bild hat ganz ihr Herz erfüllt. Der schöne so viel Bild hat ganz ihr Herz erfüllt. Nur sehen Sie überall, sehr komisch ist vorwahr der Fall. Ja, sehr komisch ist die Sache, drum verzeihen Sie, wenn ich lache. Ja, sehr komisch ist die Sache.
So those four pieces, that's what I've been referring to as the happy set. We had Je veux, vivre, which is from Romeo and Juliet. This is Juliet's aria. She sings it about how she wants love and life and to enjoy her youth and no commitment. And then immediately after this meets Romeo. And most of you probably know how that story ends. And then Journey to the Past is from the animated movie. So I did include one piece from an animated movie turned Broadway show, Anastasia, and about Anya, who does not realize she is the last surviving Romanov, and doesn't remember her family and wants to find her family, which to me has always spoken. I had a loving family. I have a loving family. They're all here and everything. But, you know, it's Pride Month, and there are many friends that I know and many members of the queer community that don't have that fortunate experience. And I think family is something that you are both born into, but also find. And to me, that song has always felt like finding the people that you belong with. So the next set of pieces are all art songs, some of which were introduced to me by the wonderful Althea Waits. Please give her a round of applause for putting all this together. On top of all of the work that she has done here for over 20 years, I don't remember a time at this church where there was no Althea. And she also has taught at Cal State Long Beach. She has performed all over the world, everywhere. And one of the most notable, she's performed with Pianospheres, which is an LA group that works with amazing different artists, and especially with new music and all sorts of different types of music. And she's familiar with working with composers and everything. It has been a joy to not only play with her tonight, but on every occasion I get to sing with Althea is one of my favorites. So our next song is actually a premiere tonight. It's called 10 Years of Pause. There are a lot of silences in this piece, so I will step aside when it is done, and that way you know I'm done. And at the end of this piece, we'll also applaud the composer. So.
Time folds over. I saw you there. Let us dance till dawn. Oh, sweetness of breath. A gift, a box, locked tight. I call. No answer. Love fades slowly. Gone. I dreamt of you. it opens. A mirror, our image. Down long, cracked hallway. A silhouette. It's you. Are you there? Time slips out of place.
That piece was composed by Jack Herscowitz. Jan mentioned at the beginning that I have a duo. He is the other half of that duo. So he, on top of being an improviser with me, is also a composer. And it is always wonderful to premiere his work. Now we're going to move on to stuff you know, maybe.
Night comes, a Madonna clad in Sunday glow.
That was Night by Florence Price, who is a black female composer that Althea introduced to me a while ago, and who has never written a piece that I did not like. Another person who's never written a piece that I do not like wrote the next piece, and is here tonight, Tanner, and will premiere. This is also a premiere called Photo of My Mother, 1980.
Could I forbid of thunderous legions. How I adore thee. Let the hoarse torrent in the blue canyon, murmuring mightily out of the gray mist of primal chaos, cease not proclaiming how I adore thee. Let the long rhythm of crunching rollers breaking and bursting on the white seaboard tighten and tireless tell all the world stands how I adore thee. Let the clear call of the tree cricket, frailest of creatures, green as the young grass, mark with his trilling resonant bell note how I adore thee. But more than all sound, sure, serene, full of passion and exaltation, let the hushed whisper in thine own heart say, how I adore thee.
So that was the last two pieces you heard were Why Do They Shut Me Out of Heaven by Aaron Copland, and also Love Let the Wind Cry, How I Adore Thee by Undine Smith Moore, another black female composer from America, one that Althea actually knew personally, which I think is super cool, and she also introduced me to this composer. So now we move into the what I like to call the dramatic set. Some of these pieces are happy, some of them are sad. They are all bringing the drama. I will say for this next piece, there are translations in the program. I do not necessarily agree with the thoughts of Despina, which is the character from this opera, but I do think she has a point about double standards and equality and I just love to sing this one. So there you go.
In uomini, in soldati, sperare fedeltà. In uomini sperare fedeltà. In soldati sperare fedeltà. Fedeltà. Non vi fate sentir per carità. Di posto simile son tutti quanti, le fronde immobili, lauree incostanti, ambio degli uomini stabile tormenti de lacrime, fallaci sguardi, voci ingannevoli, vezzi bugiardi, son le primarie, lor qualità, son le primarie, lor qualità, in noi non amano che il diletto, detti tonneggi is in affetto, and il Barbari chieder pietà, nel Barbari chieder pietà, chieder pietà, chieder Agiamo femmine d'ugual moneta, questa malefica razza indiscreta, amiam per comodo per vanità, amiam per comodo per vanità, amiam per comodo per vanità, la 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 la, amiam per comodo per vanità. Amiam per comodo per vanità, la 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 la, amiam per comodo per vanità, amiam per comodo per vanità, amiam per comodo per vanità.
For those who have not had a chance to read the translations, it basically coins to all men and soldiers are unfaithful, so why should women not cheat as well? That basically is what it is.
Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I, my tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case I've yet to face, don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper ploys when you talk to boys, little ways to flirt and flounce. Ooh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports, know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, 'cause you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palace sister and advisor, there's nobody wiser, not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of dreary who you were, well, are, there's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. La, la, la. We're gonna make you popular. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features, I remind them on their own behalf to think of celebrated heads of state or specially great communicators. Did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular. Please, it's all about popular. It's not about aptitude, it's the way you're viewed, so it's very shrewd to be very, very popular, like me. And though you protest your disinterest, I know clandestinely you're gonna grin and bear it, your newfound popularity. La, 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 you'll be popular just not quite as popular as me.
That one was from Wicked, which I have been obsessed with since I was probably about 11, maybe 12, and have become re-obsessed with now that the movie is out. And the next one is from a musical called Spamalot, which I was also obsessed with when I was probably about 11 or 12, and probably never stopped being obsessed with it, just got quieter about that obsession. But that is called Diva's Lament.
Whatever happened to my part? It was exciting from the start. Now we're halfway through Act 2, and I've had nothing yet to do. I've been off stage for far too long. It's ages since I've had a song. This is one unhappy diva. The producers have deceived her. There is nothing I can sing from my heart. Whatever happened to my part? I am sick of my career, always stuck in second gear, up to here with frustrations and with fears. I've no Grammy, no rewards, I've no Tony Awards, and I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Whatever happened to my show? I was a hit, now I don't know. I'm with a bunch of British knights, prancing around in woolly ties. I might as well go to the pub. They've been out searching for a shrub, out shopping for a bush. Well, they can kiss my tush. It seems to me they've really lost the plot. I'll call my agent, damn it! Whatever happened to my... Not yours, but mine.
Only 2 more to go. The next one is from Phantom of the Opera. It'll be our last show tune, aria. Not aria, that's for opera. It'll be the last show tune ballad of the night. And then there will be one more aria at the end.
My one companion, you were all that mattered. You were once a friend and father.
This last one is from an opera called The Consul. I have wanted to sing this aria since I saw this opera performed at Boston Conservatory when I was in my undergrad, so many years now. And I programmed it before the events of this week. The Consul is about a young woman named Magda who spends the entire aria, or opera actually, trying to escape her country. She lives in an unnamed fascist dictatorship. Her husband is wanted for rebellious activity. And the whole opera, she is waiting in this office of this consulate of another country, hoping that she can escape before her child dies, before her mother dies, before her husband is caught and killed. And this aria takes place at the end of the show. At this point, her entire family is gone. She does not know where her husband might be. And she is desperate. And it is both a show of power and strength that she will not be broken, and also a desperate cry for help. And after this week, I think it is much needed.
To this we've come, that man withhold the word from men, no ship nor shore, for him who drowns at sea, nor hope nor grave, for him who dies on land. To this we've come, that man be born a stranger here on God's earth, that he be chosen without the chance for choice, that he be haunted without the hope of refuge. To this we've come, to this we've come, and you too shall weep. If to men, not to God, we now must pray, tell me, secretary, tell me, who are these men? If to men, not to God, we now must pray, tell me, secretary, tell me, who are these dark archangels? Will they be conquered? Will they be doomed? Is there anyone behind those doors to whom the heart can still be explained? Is there anyone who still may care? Tell me, secretary, tell me! Have you ever seen the consul? Does he speak? Does he breathe? Have you ever spoken to him? Papers, papers, papers! But don't you understand? What can I tell you to make you understand? My child is dead. John's mother is dying. My own life is in danger. I ask you for help, and all you give me is papers. What is your name, Magda Sorrel? Age 32, color of eyes, color of hair, single or married, religion or race, place of birth, father's name, mother's name, papers! 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 human beings like us. What is your name, Magnus Aurel? What will your papers do? They cannot stop the clock. They are too thin an armor against a bullet. What is your name, Magnus Aurel? 833. What does that matter? All that matters is that the time is late, that I'm afraid and I need your help. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? This is my answer. My name is a woman. Age still young. Color of hair gray. Color of eyes the color of tears. Occupation waiting, 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 waiting. The day will come, I know, when
Before you all go, there are a few people that deserve some thank yous. And in the classical tradition, we give flowers. So my mom is going to squeeze out and help. Give me 1 second. So first of all, Jan Bunker not only organized this entire concert, but was also my very first voice teacher and introduced me to a lot of the repertoire on this concert. And I do have a story for you. Je veux, vivre, which opened this concert, she introduced to me my junior or senior year of high school by telling me I could not sing this song, that I was far too young for it, that I absolutely needed to wait 5 or 10 years. So Jan, it has been 10 years. And of course, Althea waits, who played everything on this concert. Yes, applaud her. Yes, stand for her, yes. She has played with me for many years here at the church. You see her every Sunday. But I handed her incredibly difficult repertoire, some of which she had never seen before, and she pulled it off like an absolute champ, and is the most fantastic accompanist I have ever had the joy to play for. And now I will hand it back over to Jan. Yes.
No. So just remember you saw her here first. Remember, because you'll be hearing a lot more from her. There's so many genres that she can do. Is that not true? It's you. So the last time I heard Abigail sing, I think you were in high school. So it's a little different now. It's unbelievable. It is. Your range is, of course, it always was amazing. She can go here. She can go there. What a powerhouse, and beautiful nuance and beautiful acting and incredible. So we're lucky tonight. So. Oh, yes, and our sound people. Oh, you guys. Mel Harker and Louis up there, they did a beautiful job. Because this is being recorded, so, be louder. So go back there and party hardy, okay? Because there's lots of lovely hors d'oeuvres and refreshments prepared for you by Doug Kemps, a member of our committee. So do you want to say more?
Oh.
You're right.
Right?
And Jan told me to give this to you now.
Oh.
And God, I did too.
Okay. Thank you. I tried to get her to not give me flowers on stage. I like to give people flowers but not receive them. But thank you all so much again for coming. I wrote much more eloquent thank yous in the program because after that my brain is a little fried. So thank you to all of you. This is not just performing for an audience, this is performing for family. I grew up in this church and on this stage. And so performing my first big concert out of school, out of a school setting here means the world to me. So, and you all mean the world to me. Thank you.